Starting with Marsha, first I want you to know that when you actively cast her shield, it can increase the shield multiplier by a certain percent of her critical rate. Note that it matters because at the end of the day, her shield is capped at 650% of her attack, and you won't be actively using it often either.
Also, she can already boost her crit pretty decently.
But I'm telling you this just in case you're curious as to why her own cube gives crit instead of attack. The same with Lorentz psychube, it gives crit boost too. Now, Isolde's new psychube can give you an attack boost, which Marsha would love, but here's the thing, Isolde's damage is not something that you want to sleep on, because despite looking mentally unstable and not doing much, she's actually dealing a pretty decent damage. So if you use Isolde's cube on Marsha, she can get the benefit of having a thicker shield in exchange for your Isolde's damage potential, cause this cube can give you a pretty neat self-damage dealt plus, at least at F5. And unfortunately, Lorentz and Marsha's cube are more into support, meaning it has no self-damage boost like Isolde's cube. But while the two cubes are into support, Lorentz's cube actually has a slightly higher flat attack. That's why we're using it on Isolde, cause we simply don't have any better options.
But bro, why don't we just use any defense cube on her?
I mean, if you don't mind losing the extra buff for your allies, you definitely can do that. The reason I'm sticking with Lorentz's cube on Isolde is because the cube's effects itself isn't that bad. A pretty nice damage and damage dealt plus for your allies. Lastly, the reason we're using Marsha's cube on Lorentz is because she's the character with absolute certainty that will loop her ultimate in the team, meaning the cube's effect is guaranteed to be uptime. Though it is kinda tough because while the bonus damage from her debuff card is based on a certain percent of your allies' overall damage dealt, the card itself has a really high multiplier, meaning it is another something that you don't want to sleep on.